You're just completely mining it for laughs.
We'd like you to run for president.
Of what?
The United States.
Of what?
You know, for years, black comics have joked about the idea of a black president, but now that it's actually happened, is Barack Obama off limits? Apparently not. Lola Okanaki caught up with some comedians sounding off and making fun of the president-elect.
Obama is a politician. We make fun of politicians. He looks like Malcolm X. He talks like Martin Luther King. Oprah loves him. What more do you want, America?
Barack, what are you doing? When you said hope and change, we thought you were talking about the country, not about your wardrobe.
I think he's funny. It's got to be funny that there are going to be products in the White House they've never seen before.
Like what, for example?
It's got to be a pressing comb in there.
Yes.
It's got to be that. It's got to be a wave cap. Got to be at least a tube of sulfurate. Got to be something.
If you had to guess, do you think black comedians will be devoting a majority of their sketches to Barack Obama being president, or do you think it's something that they'll shy away from because it's just too tricky?
American political comedy has been very racially segregated. And now comedians, black, white, of color, are going to have to sort of step up their game and now reflect and match the views of the American voting public. Now you have what we would consider sort of a buppy president, right? Black urban professional president. And so the jokes about barbecues on the lawns are only going to go so far.
You don't necessarily want to traffic in the stereotypes, though, do you? I mean, do you want to talk about chicken and watermelon in the White House?
It's not about chicken and watermelon. Black people like chicken. If chickens could talk, they would say, I hate black people. So you make jokes about everything. Nobody's safe about it. If it's funny, it's funny. White people, get in the back where you belong. Obama is president.
But where do you draw the line when it comes to the Obama jokes? Because
there
some
is no
people...
line. He's a president. This is America. We can talk about our presidents. I'm not in some other country where they would put me in a dungeon.
Barack and Michelle were able to go on their first date since the election. And I got to say, they must be really in love, because when I take my wife out to dinner, it ain't a date, it's an apology.
Can a comedian go too far?
Sure, comedians can go too far, and you got to be willing to take the risk. But it's not up to you to define what that line is.
Do you feel a responsibility as a black comedian to either skewer him or not skewer him because you all share the same...
I'm a comedian. I'm going to make fun of everybody.
Okay.
I'll be making fun of you when I leave here.
And I bet he actually did.
And he actually did, unfortunately.
Well, you know what Paul was saying, though, the joke about the chicken, I can't imagine that coming out of a white comedian's mouth. Won't that be dangerous for them?
It'll be a little more difficult for the white comedians to traffic in the stereotypes. You're absolutely right about that. But you know what? If it's funny, it's funny. And it's not the job of a comedian to decide what is funny. The audience will let him know what's funny. Him or her.
Him or her, exactly.
Exactly.
Thank you very much. Lola Okanaki.